Okay. Yeah, we link with the Lord directly. Hare Krishna. Yeah. One minute, 1 minute. Can you repeat that sentence? In all the energies, Krishna is there? Is it true? What I heard is right? Or is it all the energy comes from Krishna? Hare Krishna. Uh-uh. Yeah, we have seen, but what did we carry? We are looking at a big ocean or we are looking at a big water pot. But what we carry? We carry what pot we take, no? Or we can take more than that. What did you carry from these 20 shlokas? Hare Krishna. Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitramina Uttamam Pratyaksham Susukam Kartum Avayam. So we are Sukha, happy. Otherwise we will not be sitting here. Hare Krishna. Okay. Now we will go back. Thank you for sharing what you have been carrying of this chapter. Basically, that's why we say before coming to the class, just have a glance at the shlokas which we covered. You have to understand, me also, that when we are learning, we are learning. When the learning is finished, we never go back, because if we are not serious in learning, reading, we will never be serious other time. You get the difference? What we studied in our college or schools, we will not have a mood to go back to that to read that day. Oh, this is finished. Now I don't want to see it also. Huh? Close the book. Chapter तो we finished. Even बच्चे लोग का भी कभी सिखाने के लिए हम लोग को मुश्किल होता है. I mean, even to teach our children, we don't want to look the book. This is a natural tendency. So when we study, when we are trying to learn, that time it's better to give a little bit of emphasis, because that is the time we may learn something. Afterwards, it's a natural. See, let's accept the fact, we are so occupied in our own daily life that to give some time to this is difficult. It's not that easy. So what is the session and subject we are discussing now from 2028? Demigod worshippers and devotees. So here, now the title is demigod worshippers and devotees. So devotees, is it a full word or is it an incomplete word in relation to the first word? Who are devotees? So this, as it says here, demigod, see, one is demigod worshippers and one is worship. Devotees means those who are worshipping Krishna. Right here. It's a wrong time for this telephone. From India, okay. So devotees means who worship Krishna. Please recite the verse with me. Te tam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam. Te tam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam. Kshane punyamartya lokam vishanti. Kshane punyamartya lokam vishanti. Evam traidharmam anuprapanna. Evam traidharmam anuprapanna. Gata gatam kama kama labante. Gata gatam kama kama labante. when they have thus enjoyed vast, heavenly sense pleasure, and the results of their past activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, O seek sense enjoyment and adhering to the principles of the three Vedas, achieve only repeated birth and death. So, as I asked this question, very common, from the outlook, Rasika Raj Prabhuji, this shloka, what it says? Content to the subject which being discussed from 20 to 28. Content to the subject. So in that, what is referred to? Okay, Hare Krishna. Vivek Prabhu. Where are the boards? Jagannath, Bale, जो absent है वो board भी गायब. अरे, हाँ? Okay, it's 8:15. हाँ? Okay. I want to know from this shloka when you read, see basically, like I'll give one example for this. You want to buy a shirt, whatever cloth. There are many varieties. You have one size, but many varieties, many designs, many colors. But what you will select? You will see only two things, right? Yeah, you will see two things. Size, yes, that's what. Same size, different design, different color. Well, you will see two things. What you will see? Two things. One is here. One you will see the price. One you will see what I like among all that. We may like many, but if the price doesn't match, we will not buy. Right? We will go to that shop only. Same way, when you read every shloka of Bhagavad Gita, first thing you have to see, what is there for me? So Prabhu said, all Amrita drinking, going heaven and coming back. Correct, no? That's what you said. You also said the same thing, right? Or something else you said. Okay, now here, Subhadra team, let's see. Fast. What is your word that you would emphasize? You will emphasize on the sense pleasure, you will emphasize on coming back, you will emphasize on the birth, death, or you will emphasize on drinking the soma juice and enjoying in the heavenly planet. Okay, Hare Krishna. Enough, one word, enough, okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, 14 planetary system is there, Vaikuntha is there, Golok is there. There or no? We heard about this? We are here in the middle world. For us, what is most important? Yeah, back to Godhead. All of them agree or different answer? What does that mean actually? If you have to go back to Godhead, what you have to stop? Now, yeah. Yeah, see, if we were small child, boy, young man, now we are wherever we are. So that means there is a change happening in the body, and after death we already studied that we are going to take birth. So the most important in every shloka we have to see, first thing is that how can I stop my birth and death? First thing. For that what all you need? For that we studied Karma Yoga, we studied Jnana Yoga, we studied Jnana Yoga. All these three can stop birth and death, but it will not give us the love of God. It will not take us to goal. It will not. Even Vaikuntha it will not. But we can become Brahman realized. We can situated in the merge in the Brahman where there is indefinite. But no, you need to go further. So this verse, if you see, I highlighted this. See, basically when I highlight, you can see that something that to be noted. This I given hint now already for next coming questions. See, sense enjoyment by adhering to the Prince three Vedas, achieve only repeated birth. That means directly understand the three Vedas cannot liberate you. Already, ya pushpitam vacham pravadanti pandita, that vada vada rata pata, then that there is a verse there. So second chapter, no need to go back. Second chapter already we said. So here, sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of three Vedas. That means forget about sense enjoyment without following the Vedas. You get the point? Even if you don't, even if you follow the Vedas for the sense pleasure, that also will give you birth and death. Then think like this. This if you follow. If you don't follow the three Vedas and you enjoy sense God, what will happen? That is guaranteed, but here, you just think. At least when you follow the Vedas, you will have repeated birth and death. You may become a king, you may become a rich person, you may become a learned, everything. She can also give good, you may become a great jnani. This may happen by following three Vedas. But if you don't follow, just consider what type of life after 8,400,000 species, and we don't have time to even to hear that Vedas. This is the problem. Hare Krishna. So please read now one by, it will come. Okay, fast. I want reading this because I give the essence, then you have to start reading. Yeah.
Te tam bhutva, they will enjoy Swargalogam Vishalam, large happiness they will enjoy.
Yeah.
Te
1 minute. Sorry. Okay.
But then
Kshine Punye. Read, keep reading.
it is not coming, Prabhuji. Kshine Punya, the Punya is getting exhausted, and once the Punya is getting exhausted, Martya Logam Vishanti, they will come back to this earthly planetary system. What is the overall nature of this journey? Evam Trayi Dharmam, in this way they will follow Trayi Dharma. In previous verse it is mentioned. Trayi Vidyamam, Soma Paha Puta Paba. So Trayi Vidya is that which is talked in three Vedas. So Trayi Dharmam also refer to follow of three Vedas.
Trayi Dharmam also refers to the?
Refer to three Vedas. Trayi Dharmam also refers to those who are doing Dharma, Artha and Kama. So they just got caught in Dharma, Artha and Kama, and they don't aspire for moksha at all. So three levels in these Purushartha, Evam Trayi Dharmam Anuprapanna. So those who follow this Gathagatam, Kama Labante. So Gathagatam, that means birth and death. Thank you. So Kama is an interesting verse which has come earlier in Bhagavad Gita. Kama is desire of desire, desire of enjoyment, desire of lust. Those who desire sense enjoyment, labante, so they will get. What they will get? Gatagatam. They will get cycle of birth and death.
Hare Krishna, I want to stop
Thank
here.
you.
What you read, no, there is little more. You can get to Mantaj. So here, what is actually really mean this desire of enjoyment, desire of lust, who desire sense enjoyment? What is this sense enjoyment really refers to? Yeah, it's a sense enjoyment means, yeah. But, okay, yeah. So that enjoyment means which is not connected with Krishna. That is called sense enjoyment. Not connected with Krishna. Otherwise, why that definition comes here? What Krishna said in yet to come. Who has given the Vedas? They are following the Veda and they are enjoying, right? Then how it can be sense gratification? If you are following the Veda and then still it is sense gratification. Yeah, even after following the Vedas, we only follow the Vedas to get the result only, not really to get the essence of it. क्लास में है या बाहर? So, even though they are getting the result out of the Vedas, but they don't really understand the real purpose of the Vedas. Hare Krishna. Yeah, please continue reading.
Gatagatam kama kama labante. So here Krishna is telling very carefully and very clearly that ultimately whole system of demigod worship centered around karma kanda is futile.
So here Krishna is telling very carefully and very clearly that ultimately whole system of demigod worship centered around karma kanda is futile. Good. Please continue.
It may lead to some temporary benefit in terms of enjoyment, but actually for an intelligent person, anything that gives a result which is less than eternal is less intelligent, because we all want everlasting happiness. When best is possible, why should we go for less?
Hare Krishna. So in this para, what is important?
Only this is
that gives a result which is less than eternal is less intelligent. We are only desiring the eternal.
when Krishna has told earlier in 2.70, na kama kami, who will get peace. For one whose desires come in like river coming to ocean but will not be disturbed by them, that person will attain peace, and not the person who is kama kami, one who is desirer of desires. Also Krishna will be telling worshipping him is much easier, patram pushpam palam toyam, than this ritualistic way of worship. So why not go for that, and it is also eternal.
Yeah, that shloka we are not covered, we'll cover in this session only. So demigod worship, somebody is on the online as well? Hare Krishna. So, yes, your question. Okay. Also Krishna will be telling worshipping him is much easier, patram pushpam palam toyam, than the ritualistic way of worship. So why not go for that, and it is also eternal. So what do we get from this? That it is simple means. Kama kama means the definition we covered, no, that you are desiring again and again means that like any kind of enjoyment you consider, from the tongue, from the eyes, from the nose, from the ear, sense enjoyment, any. Will you not get disgusted by that enjoyment after you enjoy for some time? But even after getting disgusted, you will again aspire for it? No. You're no, you think about it. Yeah, see, like sometime, what I'm going to say, basically when we say anything related to the senses, enjoyment, like let's take any food also. You take stomach full food, then this even comes another chappan bhog. Will you take anything once it is full? You will not take. Yeah, but when you are hungry again, you will take. Again you will take. But that's the same thing. Sense pleasure means, when sense gratification means kama labante means that you desire something, then you get disgusted by it. Disgusted means, I give a very simple example to this. Have you come across anybody who is addicted to drinking liquor or drugs? Why do they take that? Yeah, okay, you want to hide. What does that mean? Yeah, there must be some enjoyment. But do not they know that this is actually destroying their health? Do not know they know that it is also destroying their family? Yeah, then why do they again indulge in such sense gratification? Haribol Danda. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't want to go too deep in this subject, but you will have to analyze yourself. You are all matured. You consider any sense enjoyment. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Consider from here, from the eye. There are certain things you can see, certain things you are not supposed to see, right? Even if it is there. You can see. But you will notice what we are not supposed to see, we become so addicted to it, like any movies or anything you call. So addicted, you know that it is harming your eye, you are spoiling your time and your everything, but still you need to see. And they are making sure that they will give you something or the other, new and new. But it's the same thing, but so that they make you addicted to your mobile, to your telephone. Yes? This is kama labante. That means he cannot control over that lust. When we say lust means something that binds you for degradation, your destruction. Hare Krishna. In this verse, do you have any questions, any doubts? Okay, what is the essence of this verse Krishna is telling? Just tell me one thing. What was the essence of this verse?
Worshipping him is more easier. Like you can here.
Okay, all of you open this shloka. Don't go. Okay, one fast. Don't think when you are answering a question that if I am right, then I am done. No, this is for what you call enlightenment. Not only ours, others also. Not only it's also for our purification. So he said, what is the answer? Okay, Haribol, next. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you are just joined. Next verse. Okay. Rasika Raj Prabhuji. Yeah, but all of you are missing the point. Why? Why you are missing the point, which I stressed very much. What is the last sentence says? I just said we covered the whole shloka. What was the essence you get out of this shloka? What is the essence of this shloka? Why? What is the essence of the shloka here supposed to be? Krishna is stressing of what? Yes, Krishna is stressing you should come out of the repeated cycle of birth and death. And he is telling what is the cause for your repeated birth and death. That is the Sanskrit. So are we focusing on the cause or we are focusing on the effect? You know cause and effect, no? When you put a seed, that is the cause. And what is the effect? You become a tree, flower, fruits, whatever you desired after the tree comes. So here, what is the cause and what is the effect? What is the cause? And what is the effect, Krishna? Cause is the sense gratification, effect is the birth and death. So we should see the cause or we should see the effect first in order to change our mode. should see the cause first. First, we should have what is the effect of that. Then because the cause you can change. Cause is a cause, you can change it. But effect, once you put in the cause, you cannot change the effect. Agree? So, what did we get now out of the shloka? Never go under the cycle of birth and death. Hare Krishna. Yeah, I mean, 3 Vedas. Yeah. Every Veda is directed towards achieving some results. You have Purushartha you mentioned, right? What does Purushartha means? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So Dharma, Artha, Kama. These 3 things are there prominent in the 3 Vedas. That's why. You get me? You got me or no? No, what was what really you wanted to know out of your question? Yeah, so they are included because it's Traividya, Mamso and Papa means that 3 Vedas, they give on the Dharma, Artha, Kama. Moksha, they don't focus very much. Unless you connect with Krishna, then everything get connected with Krishna. That is why 6:30, what is the shloka? See, that shloka you should, what was the shloka of 6:30 we studied? Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyam na pranashyami sache mena pranashyati sache pranash. Yeah, what does that mean? Yeah, so even in the Vedas, that's our first thing. Where I see Krishna and what next we have to see. I told you 4 things you have to see. What are the 4 things we have to see? Because they all the side question coming from them, I am focusing that side only. Yeah, so you have to see this. This is called self-realization. Understanding who we are, understanding who is Krishna, understanding what is Prakriti, and the relation between all these 3. I mean, generally 4. What is the relation between them? 1 to 3. I mean, 3 means we need to see our relationship with Prakriti, we need to see our relationship with Krishna, we need to then see the relationship Atma, Paramatma, Prakriti, and Jiva is there, Atma. And these 3, and plus the connection between them, 4th. Hare Krishna. Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate not displayed. Yeah, mention to me. Yeah, ananya chintayanto mam. Kabhi aaya? Ye jana paryupasate tesam nityabhiktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham ananya chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesam nityabhiktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Yeah, I want when one devotee when reading, all other please focus, because I am not going to that purport again. I will only discuss about the essence. Okay.
But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have.
Hare Krishna. Now, again, outlook. Start from this side. Prabhu, what do you get out of this shloka now? Yeah. Okay, good. Devotees are protected by God. Okay. Okay, Hare Krishna. Krishna is carrying, okay. Krishna is carrying. What he will carry? Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Carrying, okay. Carrying, good word. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, Hare Krishna, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna, very nice, thank you. I am not, because all of the answer, there cannot be any wrong answer when you refer to this and say. But the catching point here, which not highlighted, is my transcendental form. That's what we lack. You're all giving the good. One Krishna is stressing that my transcendental form. Now, let's go another one before we go to the purport. Anybody having your life insurance policy? You are having. You are also having. LIC one. So what is their slogan? Uska motto is called motto. Yoga Kshema Vahamya. They took from Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Designed at that time was my Buaji, means my father's sister. She was, after worshipping Tulsi, she was bringing that diya in her hand, and my uncle took the photo, and then with that image, and that was then designed and managed.
Hare Hare Bo. Hare Krishna. So, now one is Krishna, because as I said, I will give you a nutshell on the shloka itself, then we read the purport, that's for your note, which I will share. But those who worship me with the exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, because realizing Krishna in his transcendental form, what is the significance of transcendental form? We covered all, but still I am, repeating. What?
Only who understand transcendental form, they are not emanating.
Okay, give me a verse why Krishna is repeating here, Chindayantam Ejana Tesam Yogakshemam, that Prabhupada in the transcendental form. Which shloka Prabhupada is emphasizing and saying that transcendental form? Which shloka? All of you know this, not? Yeah. What is that shloka? Either you tell me shloka number or you tell me the verse start. Why so much on transcendental form? Avajananti mamuda manusham taram ashdam. What does that mean? Fools derided me when I descended in human form. That is why stress their we see where we should be worshipping. When Krishna comes, we should not say that, oh, Krishna had 16,100 wives. Oh, Krishna ran away from Mathura, Gokula, and in Dwaraka where nobody can come, nobody can go. These are all foolish understanding about Krishna. Hare Krishna, transcendental form. Then, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Now give me only one word each of you. What do we lack and what do we have? I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. So only give me one word which matches both. Huh? Our misery. Oh, if you want to, he will carry, okay, but he will preserve that misery. That question is not so, the question may look simple, but the answer in it. So, but give me a flashing answer, no problem. Good. Prabhu. Okay. Dhruva. Okay, no, let's, I mean, you give your answer, let's see. Yeah, no, what Dhruva said, what they said. Dhruva said in a logical form, but it's not punya. I mean, both are applicable. Bhakti, devotional service. Actually, see, from Srila Prabhupada book, have you not come across Prabhupada saying, if you do 1% of bhakti, in your next life will continue with the 2%, you heard? Is it not preserving what we did for Krishna? But punya, what happens? What is the earlier verse we studied now? Kshane punya mritya loka vishanti. So the moment even you done punya here, you go to the next birth, you cash it. Right? So it doesn't remain. Krishna never preserve your punya. Your punya, you are earning it, you are cashing it. Krishna has nothing to do with that. Is it agreeable or there is any doubt? Or Bhakt Dhruva, what do you say? It's only one thing Krishna preserves is our devotion. The rest all, we are making it, we are earning it, we are cashing it. That is why we go birth after birth cycle. Only one thing that can save is our devotion. So now, who has got the mic? Please, like a fast train, okay? And everybody please focus.
Ananyas chintayanto mam. One who fixes the mind, ananyas chintayanto. Ye jana paryupasate. Those who thus worship me, mam. Tesham nityabhiyuktanam. Those who constantly absorbed in devotion to me. For them, yoga kshemam vahamyaham. So I protect what they have and I provide what they lack, vahamyaham. This is a verse which illustrates personal intervention and personal care which Lord takes for those who approach Him personally and devotionally.
So what is emphasized here? Yeah, what is? Yeah, but why? Why? That is the...
Who approach him personally and devotionally.
Yeah, that personally and means personally, that means supreme transcendental form. Devotional means bhakti. So that's what he vahamyaham. He maintains that. Okay.
We see the principle which Krishna has talked about in 4:11. Ye yata mam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham. As people surrender to me, I reward accordingly. So here Krishna is elaborating the principle by telling if someone approaches with pure devotion, he reciprocates accordingly.
So when okay, continue now anyway.
He takes as his responsibility to take care of them, and not just his responsibility but his personal responsibility, vahamyaham. We should not think this is like a business arrangement. Why Krishna is making such stiff demands? Krishna is saying you have to constantly remember me. Ananya, then only I will do this for you. Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. See the point. Is it not a business arrangement? The point here is that it is a reciprocation. Ananya's chintana is an obligation which we have to follow in resentment. Ananya's chintana happens naturally when one fixes mind on him, because when one loves him naturally, one fixes mind on him. So this is bound of love Krishna is talking about. So those who love me, naturally I love them. This whole material world is an expression of love of Krishna, as living entity can fulfill their desires and go back to him for eternal happiness. But those who love him, he naturally reciprocates with him and love and love them more. So now we may think that constantly thinking Krishna is very difficult. We have to understand that it is a discipline, it is a practice. The wonderful thing about Krishna is more we think about him, the more we become purified. And when we become purified, naturally all attractive Krishna will manifest to us and we fall in love with him. Then thinking about him become natural for us, it becomes perpetual, it becomes habitual, joyful, blissful for us. So we have chosen Krishna consciously. It is sadhana for us at our sadhaka stage. As soon as devotees doesn't have to think about anything else, immediately the mind will go back to Krishna. So for us this verse shows how much of love is there between Lord and the devotees. And the purer the devotion, the greater is the reciprocation of the Lord. Yogakshemam Vahamyaham is quoted by LIC insurance, but they cannot ensure our life. Someone else will get money after we die. Nobody can ensure life at material level. At the material level, ultimately what we get is death. Real life insurance is when we will attain eternal life, and that insurance is provided by Krishna. But Krishna is telling here that my blessings are provided not just at material level. Once we started...
This is what I wanted to make a note. Yogakshema Vahame means not in the material level. Material level means Punya will take care of you, but not Krishna. So but Krishna is telling you, my blessings are provided not just at material, but for devotees will take care, but not at material level. Okay.
Once we started caring for someone, we do not differentiate soul level or bodily level. We care for the complete person. Similarly, Krishna also cares for devotee as a complete person. Now, of course, he will care more for the soul naturally because the soul is the real person. But Krishna will take care of the material need also when that is required. Krishna is telling here two things: I protect what is required and I provide what you lack. In this world, there are two main fears that people have. One is, if I have something, it will be stolen away from me. And two, we have fear that what I need, I may not get or I may not have. Example, nowadays people have wealth in bank which is based on internet. So fear is if the security code is stolen in a moment, I can lose everything. So yoga kshemam vahamyaham. So normally yoga is used in the sense of connection. We use another meaning of yoga in 9.5. Pashyame yogam aishwaram. Pashyame, just to see. What yogam aishwaram? The mystical opulence of mind. So yoga means connection. So the connection which Krishna extends to us, that is also yogam aishwaram. Here Srila Prabhupada translated yoga kshemam. Yoga as requirement and kshemam as protection. So what it essentially means is, whatever is required for yoga, I will provide and I will also protect. So these are two assurances of Krishna.
So yoga, that means devotion, connection with Krishna. Okay, please continue.
So here Krishna is saying, if we take care of whys of life, he will take care of hows of life. Means, why I am living for the sake of service for Krishna. Krishna will make details of how things will work out for us. So, Srila Prabhupada was having 40 rupees, and that time 40 rupees was not convertible in dollar. As that time, the trade between India and USA was not that high. So, Srila Prabhupada brought back that 40 rupees. Srila Prabhupada practically did not use the money. Still, he was able to build this worldwide mission. How was that? It was Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Krishna is providing. Krishna has talked about those whose punya gets over, they will fall back. Shine punye matya loga mishanti. Krishna said it doesn't happen to his devotees. Here again Krishna is revealing his personal intervention and his personal role more as Bhagavad Gita is progressing. In the second chapter 2.40, Krishna said that what one achieves in spiritual path, there is no loss, it will not reduce. Krishna is saying, I will ensure for my devotees there is no loss of diminution.
Yeah, so you got that verse now. That Krishna said, once on a spiritual path, there is no loss. Nihab kramanashosti pratyavayana alpate swalpamasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. It will not reduce. Krishna is saying, I will ensure for me that there is no loss diminution. I think you tired, Mataji, because it's long purport. Give the... Okay.
Shri Prabhupada's purport. So, that his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of God. Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Shema refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada's purport. So, Srila Prabhupada is talking about when we need to approach Lord, we need to purify, we need mercy. So, Krishna says, I provide that. That is the provision aspect. Yoga is the provision for the sake of connection.
Yeah, this is Srila Prabhupada's purport. So, ultimately, what do we get out of this shloka? Now, I asked the same question beginning of the shloka and after the shloka. So what do we get here? What is our essence we get? When I asked the question, what you have to keep in mind, I said? Yes, thank you. You got it. Okay, now answer. Vivek Prabhu, the most prudent, wise. Vivek, I mean the meaning of the word. This is just in this verse, after we read the whole, after discuss, what's your catch of the shloka? One word, one, not those, me. Okay, Hare Krishna. Not for you. No, I want for you now. This question is for you. Yes, Abhiram, Guru Prabhuji. Okay. You know what is knowledge, skills and values? Knowledge is what it was, the meaning we say. Knowledge is knowledge and also understanding. Then knowledge. Then we have the skills. What were the skills? Personal application and preaching. Now I am referring to this question specifically as personal application. This question, after we read, I am always looking at what is the personal application you get out of the shloka. And then we come to the values where Srila Prabhupada's mood and mission, which already gave its mood and mission. Yes, Hare Krishna. Your catch. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you. So, devotional service is eternal because Krishna is eternal. So, if I do something to Krishna, I am guaranteed that Krishna will reciprocate with the great love. Ananya chinto ejana pratesam nityaviktanam yoga there is. So, that means spiritual life is never to be lost at any time. Hare Krishna. Now 9:23. Who read the shloka? Okay. Ye api anya devata bhakta. Ye api anya devata bhakta. Yajante shraddhayanvitaha. Tepi mameva kaunteya. Tepi mameva kaunteya. Yajanti avidipurvakam. Yajant avidipurvakam. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worships me. Worship only me, sorry. Actually worship only me. O son of Kunti. But they do so in a wrong way. Hare Krishna. Now, fatapat, you know now my two questions. What's you get out of this shloka? Now we are talking one-to-one. It's a personal application. Preaching application, personal. Knowledge, skills and skills. Your skill you have to show. Don't discriminate with others' answer that they give on the perfect. No, not like that. Prabhu, fast. Out of this shloka, Krishna is saying, so what do you personally get out of this shloka? One sentence is enough, one word also enough for me. Just, you can, there is a translation is there. Catch for me one word. This is the word which is, this is what I think important. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, okay, thank you. You are devotee or non-devotee? Huh? Yeah, then you tell me the answer which is connected with you. Connect the answer related to you. First we need to understand what Krishna is telling, then we'll think about others. Okay, Hare Krishna. Then we will see later it will change. Okay, tell me, no problem. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
In the 22, Krishna says, see.
23. I want to stick to the question.
In 22, so
Yeah.
they're saying 23, what is wrong? So
Yeah.
22 was right.
Okay.
Right and wrong.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
So that was indirect. So there Krishna says that was indirect. Now Krishna says it's not indirect, that is wrong. He's putting a full stop.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay. Pass the mic to your dad. Okay. No, Prabhu, read the.
Yepi anya devata bhakta. Those who are devotees of other devatas, what happens to them? Yajante shraddhayan vitaha. They worship faithfully shraddhayan vitaha. Te api mam eva konteya. O konteya, they also yajante mam only. But it is avidhi purvakam. It is improperly. It is in the wrong way. Krishna is clearly differentiating mam and anya devata bhakta. With Shraddha, Shraddhayan Vitaha is identical. The word used in 7th chapter 7.20 to 23. Krishna talked about demigod worship. In 7th chapter, Krishna said, it is I who give Shraddha by which they will become elevated. Yes, they also worship me. Tepi mam eva anteya. They also worship me certainly. But how? Yajanti avidhi purvakam. Now what is the emphasis? That they worship me avidhi purvakam. To understand that, we have to look at the context. Is worshipping any god is same as worshipping Krishna? Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam doesn't say that. Bhagavad Gita talks about anya devata, and mam and Krishna has talked about this earlier. He has talked about how those who worship devatas are less intelligent. Alpa Medasa, 7.23. He says that do not go back to liberation. They stay in material world and they go to the devatas. So, it is not that they all reach the same destination. So, both are important, but relatively avidhi purvakam is what Krishna is stressing. And how we understand that, let us look at the next verse for this. Srila Prabhupada's purport. The officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government, and to offer some bribe to the officers and directors is illegal. This is stated here as avidhi purvakam. So is it illegal? Demigod worship is given in Vedas only. It is a part of Vedic culture, so it is definitely legal. So why it should be compared to something illegal like bribing? Pointing which Srila Prabhupada is making is how it is improper. Demigod worship is not legal from Vedic culture point of view. It is also part of Vedic culture. Vedic culture has multi-level version. Those who has lower modes, they have corresponding form of worship which will attract them and elevate them gradually. But ultimate goal of Vedic worship is to take a person to the level of transcendence. And a transcendence person will serve God with pure love and he has no other desire. So avidhi purvakam, which Srila Prabhupada mentioned, is from the perspective of ultimate goal. Even Krishna has said in 8.66, Sarvadham dharmam parityajya mam ekam saranam vraja. So 18.66. So he only is giving various dharma which comprise the Vedic culture. So the point is there is a Vedic progressive perspective which says demigod worship is good, but from transcendental perspective, anything short of or less than devotional service is cheating, kaitava dharma. Cheating dharma is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, that is emphasized in this verse also, and Srila Prabhupada's explanation of avidhi purvakam.
Hare Krishna. So now, one by one, you heard everything? Fast, huh? Tell me what it is. Huh? Okay, when you are answering, please read the translation because otherwise I have to go back front. Keep the translation. Okay. Mataji, I'm sorry, just repeat one more time shortly. Hare Krishna, okay. Okay. No, no, repeat again. Is it indirectly worshipping the demigods? Okay, fine, thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Dhruv. Hare Krishna.
Sir, I would like to tell one statement one Mataji said that Vedas introduce demigod worship. It is not illegal, but then it is for a particular mode of person.
Hare
But
Krishna.
actually, when you go higher to the transcendental level, it is wrong.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Rasika Raj Prabhuji.
Worshipping of demigods
Hmm.
as a culture of Vedas
Hmm.
and indirectly worship of the Lord.
Hmm.
We need to directly tell them.
Yeah, actually, basically here, these are different perspectives that we look into this shloka. But ultimately, what Krishna is ultimately saying, otherwise Prabhupada will not mention this word illegal. Ultimately, what Krishna is saying is that, except me, there is no one to worship. That is in the previous, in the beginning you referred to previous, Ananya Chintayantam Ejana Tesam Yogakshama. If the Vedas say that worship of Krishna is the ultimate benefit, then if you worship something which is different, then is it not illegal? Like, you get me? Like the medicine is only for curing the disease, certain drugs, which Prabhu is very familiar. And if a healthy person take a drug in order that he gets some boost for his intoxicant, something, is it not illegal? But it's a drug, it's for the curing somebody. Correct, Prabhu? It happens or no? So, whatever effect, side, all effects will be there. But you get this point. Prabhu will understand closely what I am talking. There are certain drugs which are administered only certain patients to give them forget their pain, which has to be signed. Like for example, we had this experience. Yeah, controlled medicine. Yes, exactly. That medicine cannot prescribe for normal. It's prescribed only when people are in so pain, they cannot live with that pain. Then in order to just make them forget the pain, they give. This is a highly, what they call? Yeah, it's like, it takes you to a different level of mentality. So this one, Krishna is, Prabhupada when he said illegal is that way. That when Krishna can give you everything which is eternal benefit, why you go for some temporary to forget your pain, whatever it is? This exactly this. So Krishna is actually declaring his supremacy in another way. That ultimately even that one also comes from me only, because I am the supreme. But all of you given a good answers, fine. So we go to the next shloka. Ahami sarvaya jnanam Bhokta cha prabhureva cha Nato mama abhijananti Tatvena taschamanti te Ahami sarvaya jnanam Bhokta cha prabhureva cha Nato mama abhijananti Tatvena taschamanti te. So now we come to that point between 20 to 23, what is the essence to understand? Even the demigod worship is specified, prescribed in the Vedas, but it should not be done. Why? Krishna says here, Vivek Prabhu, I'll read. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my transcendental my true transcendental nature fall down. Hare Krishna. So now, again, come back fast, because I have some target to finish today. I am not rushing. I cannot rush unless you also get the gist of it. Otherwise, it's useless just covering the shloka. Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, yes, correct. Correct, it's quoted here, maybe in the purport. Yeah, Dhruv. Bro.
Here the importance of the transcendental nature or the transcendental form is very much emphasized.
Thank you.
Before worshipping the demigods is what we should, because he is a, why? Because he is a master of all.
Hare Krishna. Ah, Prabhu.
Who doesn't know the true transcendental form of the Lord, then he will find.
Okay. What is the highlighted word there in red? What was your question before? Today I asked one very important question. What was the question? Yeah. 3 Vedas you asked, no? So this sacrifice... Yeah, sacrifice is prescribed where Krishna said in 3rd floor. Yeah, no, in 3rd after Krishna said, sacrifice are prescribed where he said. Don't, any of you remember that sacrifices are prescribed in the Vedas? 3rd chapter. No, 3rd chapter, Krishna mentioned. No, that is the... In 3rd chapter, Krishna says that... No, that is 5th chapter. Yajnata karma, lokayam karma, tadartam karma kaunte mukta. No, I mean that what. Yajnata, I mean, yeah, can you take that sloka 3.9, 10, 11? These 3 verses, just take it in order to understand it. Because I didn't bring the summary here. 3.9, what is the sloka? Yeah, read the translation. Causes bond. Next verse, read the translation only. Next verse again. No, there is there is a verse where it says the yajnas are prescribed in the Vedas. Anyway, so here master of the sacrifices means that Trividya, that Triguna Vishaya Veda, Nistre Bhayoguna Arjuna, Nirdonda Nitya Sattvosti, that verse also. So basically here I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices means every sacrifice is prescribed in the Vedas. And in the Vedas, if you don't identify Krishna, then it leads to Karmakanda. So there, I am the only enjoyer and the master of sacrifice. So enjoyer and master of senses. Enjoyer is one part, master of sacrifices. So here, master of sacrifice, what is the significance? In the earlier shloka, who was the master of the sacrifices? In the earlier shloka, who was the master of sacrifices which we studied? Yes. In the earlier talk, demigod the master, whereas who is supposed to be the master of sacrifices? Yeah, Bhaktaram Yajnasapatam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. So in Krishna is the enjoyer, he also saying. So that's it. Okay. What is that? Yeah. So that is the problem. I mean, sacrifice are prescribed in the Vedas. There is a direct word is there, Hare Krishna. So those who do not recognize transcendental nature fall down. Hare Krishna. Vivek Prabhu, fatafat.
Ham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhur evacha. Krishna is telling of all the yajnas, I am the Prabhu, master, and I am the enjoyer. Natu mam abhijananti. Those who do not understand this, so those do not understand me properly, is in the truth they will fall down. So again the point of this verse is fall. So 20:21 says that those who worship devatas will get punya and go to heaven through karma kanda, but they will fall back when punya is over. 22 says those who worship me, I will protect them forever. 23 says that those who are worshipping other God are also worshipping me, but it is avadhi purvakam, improperly. What is the result of worshipping other gods? They do not know about Krishna's transcendental position. If we do not know Krishna's position, if we do not love Krishna, then we cannot return back to Krishna. He has already told that the results of worshipping other gods and worshipping him are not same. Why is not the same? Because that is not what we are seeking or desiring. We will get ultimately what we desire. Of course, what we deserve also, but our desires are important. Krishna is telling a general principle that anyone who do not know his position will not get ultimate result.
Yeah. So always what I say, 4 things you need to know. 4 things in any question, any situation. Atma, Paramatma,
Prakriti and
See, this
relation.
one, Krishna is telling general principle. Anyone who do not know his position will not get ultimate benefit. So first we need to see that connection. Okay.
He will not intervene in their lives because that is not what Krishna is saying. He is Bhokta and Prabhu. Krishna has talked about same in another context in 5.29 Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam. So Krishna is saying ignorance of his position. He is saying his position is not generic or pervading, which is accommodating all devatas. No, he is saying I have to be understood as enjoyer and the master. Those do not understand, they will fall away. And Krishna is saying tatvena, as he has also used tattva ta in 4.9 in truth. We have to understand Krishna in truth, then we can return back to him. Here Srila Prabhupada quotes from 3.9 in Bhagavad Gita, Yajnatartha karmano.
Yajnatar karmano lokayam karmabandhana. Same.
Ultimately, all work is for the sake of yajna.
Yeah, that is prescribed. That's why in the Vedas it's prescribed.
Otherwise, loko yam karma
Bandhanaha.
bandhanaha. It will cause bondage.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So ultimately, this shloka is referring to, he is the master, and one must actually, as a Vedas may misguide one to worship demigods, but actually in every Veda, Krishna has to be realized as the supreme enjoyer. Three Vedas that's referring to that shloka. Hare Krishna. Now very nice. Now that destination is explained in the next verse. Yanti deva vrata devan. Yanti deva vrata devan. Pitranayanti pitrvataha. Bhutani yanti bhutejha. Yanti mad yajinopimam. Yanti deva vrata devan. Pitranayanti pitrvataha. Bhutani yanti bhutejha. Yanti mad yajinopimam. Prabhu, Mike. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. But those who worship me will live with me. Hare Krishna. So, outlook. One by one. Sorry.
Because if we are worshipping to any demigods, any ancestor, any others, so we'll go to the same loka, but if we are worshipping to the God directly, we go.
Okay. Any one of you has got any different answer than from Prabhu? Different answer. Oh, Hare Krishna. Yes. Okay, good. So those who worship the but demigod, if you covered in, you covered in the 8th chapter, last verse, purport. Prabhupada mentioned, even if you are in Brahmaloka, when the annihilation take, you will enter in the body of Brahma and you will go to Krishna. You remember this in the last paragraph, 8th chapter. You want to reconcile it, you can reconcile it. 8th chapter, because we just finished 8th chapter, no? Last shloka, last para, Prabhupada mentions, I should know. Last shloka. No, in the last para also. Last para also. There is one Brahma's name is there, no Brahma's body name. Purport, I will get it. I mean, demigods, if they go to demigods also, demigods, there is better chance in demigods to go back also. It's not that they will fall down only. If they worship demigods, they can go. That's why Narada is called sage among the demigods. What does that mean? Who is he then? Sage among the demigods means what? So he must be one of the demigod also, no? Because he is son of Brahma. So he is also demigod. So it's not that they can also go up. It's not that they cannot. But the material atmosphere of the heavenly planet is as such that it is only for enjoyment. But if you see all in Srimad Bhagavatam, any pastime we take, demigods, where they run? They run to Narayana immediately. Then are they not devotees of Lord? That's the difference. We should not look at them like they are nothing or we are great. No, they are also great living in. Yes, they are devotees of the Lord. Okay, purport, Prabhu.
Devan, so those who worship devatas go to Devan, demigods. Pritan yanti pritara brataha, those who worship ancestors go to ancestors. Bhutani yanti bhutejya, those who worship ghost go to ghost. Yanti mad yajino pimam, if you wanted to come back to me, you will worship me. So this verse tells the point that different path leads to different destinations. So this is very clear that all paths doesn't lead to same destination, which is a general conception. Srila Prabhupada, the Krishna Consciousness movement, is therefore distributing sublime information to the entire human society to the effect that by simply chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become perfect in this life and go back home, back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada's purport, unfortunately many people have no information of this sublime planet where Krishna and Vishnu live, and because they don't know of them, they fall down. Now after that, Krishna will contrast devotional service versus worship of devatas in another way in terms of simplicity of worship. When demigods are to be worshipped, elaborate yajna has to be performed and somarasa has to be provided. Then if all these are done properly, one can please devatas. But Hare Krishna is saying, as far as worshipping him is concerned, it is extremely simple in that he described in next verse. Hare Krishna.
In 17th chapter we will come across that one must, if you conduct an yajna, you must give prasadam and charity. You come across this shloka? In 17th chapter it is there. No? Because it's very, what you call, very elaborate. But in Krishna's service it's very simple. So next verse is there, we have 10 minutes. Can I take or you want to recap? 10 minutes there. Okay, we'll take this shloka because from next 27, 34, 7 shloka we can cover in the next coming class. Any doubt on this? Taking birth? So, one simple question. So that what was our conscious in the previous body then? Can we make a guess out of it?
Consciousness was correct,
Uh,
but in between somewhere we need something.
Now, how many things comes in your mind now? This question. If what was my situation in the previous body, previous birth, what all we can think of from different perspectives of Bhagavad Gita. I thought I'll take the next sloka, but I think with this question I will conclude. Huh? Hare Krishna. Yeah, keep reading. I'm hearing. One by one, one by one. That's why we kept 5 minutes for this too. I appreciate the answer. Yeah, I appreciate the. I'm sorry for interrupting while you are saying. I appreciate the answer, quoting some shlokas. If I refer to this shloka, my previous body should be like this. I would appreciate looking into that kind of answer, because the answer is, it's not we are not assuming it, we are not guessing it, we are calculating it based on the, what is assuming and guessing, right? Anybody can do, but we are studying scripture. So based on the scripture, we have certain evidence is given. Evidence, I repeat the word, evidence. So based on that evidence, if we talk, then it's good. Pertaining to this, why we did not take birth among the demigod, why we did not take birth among the animals, aquatics, or ghost and spirit, and why we take birth in the human beings, based on some reference of the earlier thing what we studied. Okay, who want to answer it? At least. This is generic. Of this chapter only. Well, worshipped politicians. Now, if you worship demigod, he says he'll take birth among the demigods. Hey, 1 minute, Mataji, sorry, please give Mataji chance. Let us finish.
Maybe they blessed us to go for the further Krishna consciousness, that is the last.
Hare Krishna.
They blessed, that's why we are now.
Hare Krishna, yeah. Hare Krishna, okay.
So, what I will transfer is that we studied this verse also in the previous part. So, we were doing Krishna consciousness, but we did not reach up to 18.66. We were not Sarva Dharmana Parityaja, and that's why we had to come back.
Hare Krishna, okay. Prabhu, Rasa, Mataji, now we need to wind up.
I think Prabhu, I have some congregation with the Sadhya in Santa Vaishnavas. Because of them, their blessing, only maybe I get this opportunity in this life to serve the Krishna, to get the more congregation with the devotees.
Hare Krishna, thank you. You said, you did not say, no? Excellent, good. Carry. But anyway, Mataji wanted to say something. Daivesha Gundamaya. So we'll get a material body easily, this body. Hare Krishna, yeah. Second chapter, I said go back to the shloka you studied. No, that is seventh chapter. Eighth chapter. Antakale chema me smaran mukta kalevara. What Krishna said, you will get the body. What you yeah, yeah. So Bharata's pastime, is it not an evidence for us that irrespective we are a devotee, irrespective of whatever life we had, what we remember at the end, Antakalecha, then Yanti Deva, then Yam Yam Vapsparan Bhavam Tajanta Kalevaram, whatever we remember, we attain that, Krishna said. Then 15th chapter will again hear that like the aroma of the flower carries by the air, the soul is carried to another body as per the desire. So in the last birth we had desire to enjoy, separate from Krishna for some time. Our desire was not very big that till the this body and next. We had some very minor desire to enjoy, separate from Krishna. That's why we got this body. We are fortunate we come here. If we did not have that desire, maybe we would have gone, because we will not come to contact with this. Then Krishna, like that, you go one by one chapter. Second chapter again the essence. Third chapter, you go to Yajna, Yajna Sistasana, Muchante Karmakil Bise. What is Bunjate Agam Papa E Pachantatma Karanat. See, why? Because if we will not be eating, why we are eating only Krishna Prasadam now? Because we were performing yajna. Then 6th chapter, what Krishna said, Arjuna's question, what happens if one did not complete your devotional service? What happens to him? What Krishna said, either you will take birth in the aristocratic family or birth in the devotee family. Okay, maybe we did not take birth in the aristocrat family, that means big rich family. We did not take birth in the devotee family, but still we are here in Krishna. Why? That because Krishna made us arrangement that we come in contact with the devotees. That is why we give great respect to devotees when we come. So my devotee, Krishna says that. So Krishna, how we manifest here? We know that Chaitya Guru is there. So because we done that service, Krishna, if we are not eligible to take birth in a devotee family, if we are not eligible to take birth in a rich family due to some reasons, then Krishna come to our life as spiritual master and bring us back here to the devotional service. So these are the quotes. Personal application means a question we need to refer to Gita. It's not like a general class question. In Bhagavad Gita, you need to remember where Krishna said this. Okay, second. Huh? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's how we need to apply. Hare Krishna. Yeah, that, say, Krishna is telling, this is the same sloka. Yoga Kshama, I carry what they lack and I give what they require. So we are also like that. We carry what we learned from beginning. And we will learn what need to learn further. Yes, Prabhu. It's 9:30. Question. I know your husband may be calling. He is waiting. He is not coming yet. Because if somebody is impatient to go, please leave. Question answer. I am ready to sit. Not a problem. Yeah, see, like Dhruva, and Dhruva, you close your ears what I am saying, because I don't want you to, you close your ear, I will tell others only. Properly closed, or I should come and close it? See, a jiva like that coming to the world is for a special mission. They are what you call is illustrating the two things. One is the mercy of the Lord. One is their past birth, pious devotions, what they have done. They are coming for demonstration. You know what is demonstration? If somebody comes, demonstration. Who is demonstrate? One is expert in that only can demonstrate, right? So these jivas are coming to demonstrate the power of bhakti. That is why they take birth in the devotee's family. It doesn't mean that he has got a past karma to come to this life to spend the material body. No, we don't know him. We don't know him. Jivas like that. They're coming for a special. That's why from their birth, their parents teach them bhakti, and in order that when they come to contemporary level, they becomes the teachers, the acharyas of the age. It's a purpose. It's not necessarily due to their karma they appeared. So, after that means we had, as I mentioned before, we had certain desires separate from Krishna to enjoy. So Krishna gives that facility for us like normal, not like Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada also had a grahastha life, but no, that's for a different level. He did not come to spend his karma. For devotees like Prabhupada, like Kunti says, give me more misery so that I can remember you. So for devotees like them, Krishna is telling that they are demonstrators, demonstrators. They are coming to demonstrate that irrespective if a devotee comes or a karmic comes, they have to undergo the miserable condition. So they are demonstrating that this metal is miserable even for great devotees, but still they are transcendental. So we coming because of our karma. And what is the symptom? Now you will ask me, then what was the difference between Prabhupada and me? Prabhupada also grahastha, he had also children, everything yet. Prabhupada in all that situation never forgotten Krishna, but I am forgetting Krishna and I am doing my job. This is the only difference. This is a symptom between a devotee and a devotee, pure devotee, and a person who is forced to take birth in the material body and undergo this process. I don't know whether it's convincing. I know, even you close, you will not hear me, you open the ear, somebody has to tell you. It's like that. Yeah. Fortunate souls. Fortunate souls take bhakti just like that, immediately. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpataru. So we